Hello there, my beautiful yogi. Thanks so much for joining me today. Day number 8, and we're back to the legs. Last week, I don't know about you, but I felt that soreness for 4 days. I'm not much of a leg workout person, but we're back at it today. So we're going to make the best of it. We're going to be mindful of the energy we're creating and allowing in our space, even though we are going to move, picking it up a notch. We're going to start this one at the back of the mat in a toe stretch, with shoulder stretching to take our minds off of it. So go ahead and meet me on your mat. I'm going to start at the back, tucking those toes under, and then sending the hips back. And growing nice and tall through the upper body, maybe taking some of the weight off of the toes by being tall and lifted up here. And we're going to inhale those arms up and overhead. We're going to drop this right hand down the small of the back and bring the left hand to that right elbow. Nice little shoulder stretch. Breathing, keeping the gaze forward, chest is lifted, head is pushing against that right arm. One more round of breath. And both arms back up. Allow that left hand to come to the small of the back. Right hand comes to left elbow. Lifted here, using that head to deepen the stretch. Focusing on the lift and the breathing. One more round of breath. And release. Go ahead and interlace the hands behind the back here. Pull the hands away from the booty, maybe trying to get the palms to touch. Beautiful. Slowly release. Bring the hands forward, untuck those toes, and now we're going to sit all the way back here, stretching them out the other way, getting a beautiful stretch down the front of the legs. And breathing. Should feel really nice. Beautiful. Going to go ahead and come back, bringing the hands forward. We're going to tuck those toes again and send the hips up and back, coming in for our forward fold. Standing forward fold. This is our first one. So let's just ragdoll it out here for a second, feeling into those legs. We did hip work yesterday, so I am sure that this is feeling tight. That's okay. We're going to loosen it up before we work it out again. So just hang here for a few breaths. Noticing how you feel in the body and the mind. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll peel all the way up to standing. Rolling the shoulder blades down the back body. Gaze is forward. Palms are forward. Inhale those arms up and overhead. Come up onto those toes. Slowly we lower. How slow can we go here? We're just doing this one time right now. Beautiful. Hands come back to the mat. Send the hips up. We are going to do leg raises here in this compressed state. If you want to grab the peace fingers around your right big toe, left hand comes to the mat for balance, rooting through that left big toe, shifting the weight into the left, and let's pick the right up. 1, and lower. 2, lower. 3, lower. 4, lower. 5, lower. If you lose your balance, that's okay. 6, lower. 7, lower. 8, lower. 9, lower. We got one more. 10, and lower. Go ahead and peel yourself up here. You're just going to shift these hips left to right. I know you felt that all in that left leg, maybe some in that right leg. Just shifting the weight. Being a little playful here before we come down and do the other side. Let's go ahead and come back into our fold here, hands to the mat. Gaining our breath. Letting the body know we're coming for the other side. Peace finger, left toe, right hand on the mat. And let's go. We lift and lower. 1. Lift and lower for 2. Lift, lower for 3. Lift for 4. Lift for 5. Lift for 6. 7. 8. 9. Ooh, getting a little bit lower each time. And 10. Beautiful release. And peel up. Whew. Let's go ahead and knock on heaven's door. That'll get us shifting those hips, bending those knees. Breathing. That is not an easy way to do that. We're in a compressed state by being in the forward fold. Breathing. Okay. If you're at the back of the mat, we're going to come to the middle front of the mat. Hands on our hips. We're going to lift this right leg up, swing it through for warrior 3. If you want your hands to the side or maybe even up front and the front or overhead, just want you to find what works for you. Shift the weight to the left. Pick that right foot up and we swing it through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Come back to standing. Shift those hips left to right here and get a little sassy with it this time maybe. And let's come back. Hands to hips, overhead, heart center, wherever feels good balance-wise. Pick that left foot up. Swing it through. Warrior 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Back to standing. Go ahead and take the shift. Because of course, we're not even close to done yet. Back to the front of the mat, middle of the mat, doesn't matter. Shifting the weight to that left leg. We're about to use her. So go ahead, shift the weight. Pull that right knee in, catch it with your interlaced hands here. Let's go ahead and roll that ankle out one way. Oh yeah. And then we're going to go ahead and take that ankle roll the other way. And then we're going to come into our tree position here. So tucking that right foot into that left thigh. Hands can be on your hips, heart center. And when you find your balance, if you feel good with it, you can grow those branches. We're going to be here for a minute. Trying to pull that right leg back to open up that hip. Finding that gazing point in front of you and not losing the focus. Continuing to breathe here. Got like 10 more seconds. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're releasing to come into a thigh stretch. So just reach around for that back foot and press down through this right knee to get the stretch in the thigh. Beautiful. Continue to find that gazing point and not losing it. You're going to come in for some dancer. We're going to leave that right hand on the foot. Left hand's going to come out in front of us. And then a slight kick back for dancer's pose. Doesn't have to be exaggerant. We know the left leg is serious right now. We're breathing. We're not holding nor clenching the breath here. And you can release the foot, coming in warrior 3. Hands can be at heart center. And let's come in half moon. Left hand comes to the mat. Right hand goes up. And then we breathe. And big step back. Warrior 2 here. Making sure the arms are parallel here. And then we're going to bring the arms up, coming up on the back toe. So high lunge action here. And then this right hand's going to come to the mat. Left hand up. Oh yeah, feeling into this outer hip here. Should feel fabulous. And then we're going to revolve all the way around like we're coming through revolve Skandasana to come to sit. Oh, getting my mat all over the place. Coming to sit. Left leg's out. And the right leg's tucked. I'm sorry, I had that all wrong. The right leg's out and our left leg is over. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, we hinge from the hips to come forward. Just being seated is enough. I get it. The pressure from this left leg can be a lot, but we're just going to be here for a few rounds of breath. One more round of breath here. And we're going to sit up and we're going to peel our way all the way back around. So turning around, planting the hands, bringing the foot around, stepping it back. So we're in a high plank here. You can lower down the knees and then the chest and the chin. Roll through into our cobra. And let's all meet in a downward dog. It's our first down dog of the day. So go ahead and pedal those feet out. Stretching through those hamstrings, calves. And we're going to come up on the tiptoes, hop, step, jump, walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we're going to peel all the way up. Head and neck come last. Rolling the shoulder blades. Down the back body. Beautiful. Shifting the weight over to the right. Picking up that right leg, catching it with the interlaced hands. And let's take those ankle rolls one way. And let's reverse that circle, go the other way. Very nice. We're coming in for our tree here. So bringing this left leg into the right ankle or calf. Hands to heart center or at the hips. And when it feels good, you can grow your branches, maintaining that gazing point, not losing that. Right big toe grips the mat here. Left leg pulls back to open up through the hip. And we're breathing. And we're maintaining our focus on our drishti. 20 more seconds here. And we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're just bringing this foot around for our thigh stretch. So that knee is rooting towards the ground. Hip flexors are pushing forward and we're pulling the foot into the booty. Beautiful. Nice big breaths. And we're going to kick. So if you want to bring this right hand forward, kick into our baby dancer here. We're not going for the full pose. We're just allowing this right leg to have all the stability in it. Breathe. And when it feels good, we're coming in through warrior 3. Hands at heart center or airplane those arms, up to you. We're going to come in for this half moon. So this right hand's going to come down, left hand goes up. If it feels good, you can take your gaze towards that left hand. Big breaths. Making sure we're filling that belly up with the air. And they're going to come through a big step back here. Warrior 2. Arms are parallel. You can see that front big toe. Left arm goes down to come up. Pivot on that back foot, coming into our high lunge here. Left hand comes down, right hand up. A revolved side angle. And like before, we're coming through this revolved Skandasana, allowing this foot, this right leg to come over our left. Oh yes, should feel nice. Inhale, arms up. Hinge at the hips to fold forward. Beautiful. Nice big inhales and exhales here. Very beautiful. So of course, we're coming the same way that we came here. So pivoting around towards the right, planting the hand, stepping the foot back, plank. Look forward. You can take knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, up dog. Everybody's going to meet down dog. And let's kind of walk the hands back to the back of the mat. Peel all the way up to standing. Inhale, arms up on those hip toes.
And we're doing these slow lowers. We're just going to do them 5 times today. These are great for the ankles and the feet. We do not pay enough attention to them. So we're down and back up. We're doing it both ways slowly. And there's 1. We lower again. And if you lose your balance on these tiptoes, that's okay. And if the tiptoes are too much, you could do these flat-footed and back up. Oh, that was 2. And again. This is great work for the knees. 3. Just the slow, controlled movements in general. Feel the shake. And there we are for 4. We got 1 more. Make this the slowest one. And slowly we rise. Beautiful. My legs are shaking. 1 more. Knock on heaven's door here. If you don't want to, you can go ahead. Come down to the mat. Otherwise, we're going to have some fun here playing. Knocking on our heaven's door, loosening up through these legs. Beautiful. If you've already rocked and rolled, that's wonderful. We are coming to our backs. Yes, rocking and rolling is always such a freeing move for me. So this week's core exercise that we're going to do every day is scissor legs. I'm going to do it 20 times. I've got 2 ways to do them. The first way, tucking the hands, doing the scissors. Second way is to be lifted up, hands like this, and doing the legs. So I'm going to leave the choice to you. We are doing them 30 times, so that's 15 for each leg, a little chop, chop, chop action. And we're going to do them together. We're not rushing them per normal. We want these to be nice, slow, and controlled. So wherever we are, legs up, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. You got this. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Hug those knees in. Maybe give them a kiss. They've done lots of work for you today. And we're coming in for reclined pigeon. Left foot meets the mat, right ankle under left knee. When it feels good, you can pick up that left foot, maybe interlacing the hands behind that left thigh, using that right arm to push against that right knee. If it feels good, you can interlace your hand behind that whole left leg, only if it feels good. Slowly we release the interlace, and we are switching sides. So right foot comes to the mat, Left ankle under that right knee. When it feels good, you can pick up that right foot and release the hands behind that right leg, using that left leg. Both feet are active here. And once again, if you want to go a step deeper, you can interlace your hands behind that whole right leg. And slowly we release. And we're going to hug this right knee in. Left knee goes out long. Taking this right knee all the way across the body, coming to that left hip. Right arm goes across and gaze goes towards it. If you want to bring your left hand to this right knee, be my guest. And slowly we come back to center. Right leg goes out long. Hug that left knee in. Take it across the body. Come into that outer right hip. Left arm goes out towards the left. Gaze follows it. Maybe bringing this right hand to this left knee. And breathing. And slowly we come back to center. Hugging those knees one last time. And we're going to meet on a comfy seat for some breath work. If you want to stay in Shavasana, be my guest. Otherwise, we are coming here. You can bring your hands on your knees, or you can take your pointer fingers into your ears. We're doing some bee breathing. So we inhale and we exhale for the HM sound. So it's kind of like a bee humming in your ear. So let's all do it together 3 times. We're going to inhale fully and bee breathe it out. being present here. Hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope y'all are enjoying the breath work that I've been incorporating into our practices. I feel like the more that we repeat them and the more practice we have doing these on the mat, the easier we can use these tools off the mat. Breathing activates our vagus nerve. This is going to be a huge de-stressor, huge anxiety relief if we can do this whenever we start to feel ourselves coming into that panic mode. Doesn't matter what other people think about us while we're doing our breath work. Maybe we could ask them to join us. I hope that you found this leg day fun, and I thoroughly look forward to seeing you back on the mat tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.